Masculinity gets portrayed in a lot of different ways. Power, dominance, emotional coldness, being unbreakable. But Demon Slayer gives us something different. It gives us two men shaped by grief, responsibility, and personal philosophy. On one side, we have Tanjiro, whose strength comes from compassion and acceptance. On the other side, Akaza, whose strength comes from denial and the erasure of pain. Their stories mirror one another, but they take very opposite roads to becoming the kind of men they are. Let's start with Tanjiro. Tanjiro isn't the strongest Demon Slayer by default. He's not the fastest or the most naturally talented, but he carries something more valuable. A masculinity built on responsibility, connection, and emotional courage. He carries his family's memory everywhere he goes. Their faces in conjunction with Nezuko remind him of why he fights. Not out of hate, not out of vengeance, well, maybe a little bit of vengeance, but out of love. Tanjiro doesn't harden himself to deal with trauma like Giyu does. He opens himself to it. He lets it deepen him instead of shutting him down. His vision of masculinity is this: I am hurting, but I will not let that pain turn me cruel. And that's powerful. Now let's look at Akaza, or rather hakuji. Hakuji is a man built on trauma, but unlike Tanjiro, he learns to survive by erasing his memories instead of honoring them. Here's the tragic part. Hakuji's obsession with strength isn't because he wants to be powerful. I mean, he's an immortal demon. How much more powerful can you get? Besides being immune to the sun, I guess, but it's because he wants to protect his father, his master, Koyuki, everyone he ever loved. He wanted the strength to keep them safe. But when he became a demon, he loses every memory of the people he wanted to protect. This is the heartbreaking irony. When Hakuji becomes Akaza, his entire purpose is to become stronger, but he can no longer remember why. He keeps fighting, keeps killing, all driven by a ghost of a feeling he can't identify. His masculinity becomes a broken loop. Be strong. Be stronger. But the reason behind that strength has been ripped out of him. Tanjiro and Akaza are reflections of each other. Both lost family, both crushed by tragedy, both ended up on paths shaped by suffering. But where Tanjiro embraces memories, Akaza destroys his. Where Tanjiro becomes more human, Akaza is a demon. Tanjiro's strength is rooted in connection. Akaza's strength is rooted in empty survival. Yes, they share the same foundation, the desire to protect the people they love. They just handle pain in opposite ways. Tanjiro teaches something a lot of men don't get told. Strength isn't about the absence of emotion. Strength is the ability to understand your emotions and still move forward. He feels deeply. He grieves openly. He emphasizes with his enemies. He cries. He cares. He tries. This heart is not a weakness. It's his greatest weapon. Tanjiro shows that masculinity can be gentle and be unshakably powerful. Now, let's talk about Akaza's turning point. One of the most powerful scenes in all of Demon Slayer is in the Infinity Castle. His memories finally break through the wall he's built. In fact, every clash with Tanjiro has caused him to slowly slip back into his past. He remembers Koyuki. He remembers her voice, her kindness, her belief in him. He remembers why he trained so hard, why he wanted strength, why he fought. And suddenly, his entire existence makes sense again. He wasn't fighting for Muzan. He wasn't fighting to be the strongest. He was fighting for love, long after he forgot what love even felt like. And when he finally remembers, he stops resisting. He rejects Muzan. He allows himself to die, because in death, he becomes human again. He accepts the pain he ran from. He accepts the memories. He accepts himself. Since we're on the topic of masculinity, you know what would really be masculine? Hitting the like button and subscribing. It greatly helps out the channel. And if you want to take that support a step further, please check out our continuous sponsor, Boomslank, and get yourself some sick anime merch. You get 10% off, I get some money, we all win. With that out of the way, let's continue today's video. So what does this all mean? Tanjiro and Akaza show us two paths through pain. With Tanjiro, he embraces his memories, even when they hurt. His masculinity is rooted in connection, compassion, and presence. Akaza, on the other hand, buries his memories because remembering hurts too much. His masculinity is rooted in numbness, denial, and survival. But in the end, they meet the same truth. A man becomes strong not by rejecting his past, but by accepting it. Masculinity isn't being unbreakable, it's about being willing to rebuild even after life has shattered you. Tanjiro lives that truth. Akaza dies understanding it, and that's what makes both of their journeys in different ways beautifully, painfully human. If you made it to the end, thank you. This whole video started with a car ride, Frank Sinatra's My Way, and a random idea that ended up becoming something meaningful. Thank you for making it this far. Next video, I'm going to talk about the Chainsaw Man. I specifically want to talk about that last chapter. The recording of this, that can mean a bunch of things, but we'll see. And also, I'm working on a big Naruto video that I've been planning for a couple of years now about the Sasuke recovery mission, so stay tuned.